the ultimate fighting machine. I bring you Ganja!
Back in the time when the world was hot, they're not gonna let no bad boy run them spot. Agony and evil, it is here every day. We are gonna make them the dark fast move out the way. One day they live in and next day you're gone. So you are gonna come raise up a storm. Kick them dead with junk to them head. The way them are going is like them work for Satan. An earthquake is shaking the station, rocking it to the foundation. Babylon them not let me go, but they know that they can't hold it down. They can't hold it, they can't hold it down. They can't hold it, they can't hold it down. They can't hold it, they can't hold it down. They can't hold it. For we are the ninja. We come to show you, teach you, why nobody tells the ninja. We come to show you, teach you, we are the dangerous, the ninja. I remember when things was very different. Man, them wasn't ever so violent. Nowadays you cut your throat for keep you silent. Them a dark angel that work for Satan. The helicopter just reached the station. The ninja come to protect the nation. Liquor shop because you know say we're bad, and you know that they can't hold it down. They can't hold it, they can't hold it down. They can't hold it, they can't hold it down. They can't hold it, they can't hold it down. They can't hold it. For we are the ninja. We come to show you, teach you, why nobody tells the ninja. We come to show you, teach you, we are the dangerous, the ninja.
You karate do gesso, just like grip.
We are the ninja, calling the ninja. We are the ninja. You can't hold it. We're from all the way. You can't hold it. For we are the ninja. We come to show you, teach you, why nobody tells the ninja. We come to show you, teach you, we are the dangerous, the ninja. We are the dangerous, the ninja. We are the dangerous, the ninja.
What is good, ladies and gents? Right. We are unfortunately going to abandon this place. Didn't work out so well. And last year, whilst in the middle of being up here, had some fucking guys come trashing through the woods on quad bikes, and yeah, I was like about 5 meters away from them, staying dead silent. So not so happy about it. And then obviously with everything failing, because just inside there it just doesn't get enough light. It's just unfortunate, but never mind. We're gonna climb our way through that and see how well it goes. See what we find in there. So I never actually came back here. From the video that you saw of the last time that I was here, that was it. That was the last time I came here. So, fuck you, brambles. Oh yeah, dude. That shit in my hand. Some brambly bullshit. Fuck off. Right, so I'm gonna have to chop my way through all of this and then climb in all the way over there. A little path that I cut out. I'm gonna have to go through this and then basically remove everything that's in there out. So I'm just gonna chop my way through that shit. Which hopefully won't take me too long, but we'll see. Right, anyway, back in a bit. Right, so we've cut our way through. Basically turned it all over on itself as best as we can. So, I haven't actually walked down here yet. Let's see what happened to last year's plants. So it would appear it never really grew into very much past what we originally saw. Looks like something's kind of fucked it over. Either that was me. So all the dead twiggies. So anyway, what I need to do, I need to wrap up this wire, get my containers, take out the irrigation system, dump out these bags, pack them up, pack up the stuff that's down there, and move out of here, because this was, for all intents and purposes, a massive waste of time, because ultimately we got absolutely nothing out of this place and put in all of the effort, but as you can see, without chopping all these trees down, this would get hardly any sun here, so they were never going to really amount to much. But yes, anyway, we shall crack on and clean up shit and then come back in a bit. See you in a minute. Alright, so we've gone through, cleared it all out. I'm going to leave the fence that's like fucked with all the brambles on it, because it's an absolute bastard of a mission to get the brambles out of the weaved in fence. And that's just going to take me a very fucking long time, and it's been cut, so it's that long, and this one is from there to there, so it's not really like it's a lot. It's a total probably about maybe 5 meters or so. If the audio even picked that up. Stupid microphone. Yeah, so we have packed everything down. I'm going to take these dirt pots to a different location, and I'm going to use the dirt that's in them, because I paid money for the dirt and never grew anything with it. So I'm just going to get this stuff in there out, and then start dragging it all away, which will be a bit of to and froing, but so it is. But yeah, all the irrigation system is in there, the drums, the stand for them to go on, another one of the trays in there, one of on my crates for bringing plants out. And yeah, it's just a shame all of the time and effort it took to cut this out. I mean, I slashed myself to pieces. I got sunstroke, that was pretty sweet. From cutting out all of the brambles. I fucking hate brambles. Don't grow in brambles. Growing in brambles is shit. It's really shit. Find somewhere else. I thought it would be good protection and whatever, and it probably was, but ultimately stuff got through in here, even before I put the fence up, and ate it all, so, you know. And then all that was all dug out. I dug a big hole in there, and that's all compost in there. So all that compost wasted. Anyway, live and learn, live and learn. It's been a bit of a dread coming out here thinking I got so much work to do to drag all this shit away, because this was going to be a permanent garden, but obviously it never worked out to be that way. But such it is. You have to experience these things. But anyway, I'm probably just going to crack on now and get all of this shit out of here, and then pick up the video in a different location and show you something a little bit interesting, I guess. Maybe I might show you it first, I don't know, haven't made my mind up yet. We're bootleg, we don't really have a plan, it just goes as it's going to go. And see how it all works out in the end, and see how much sabotage we get on each film. Oh yeah. Well, never mind. Never mind. Right, in a bit. Oh boy, am I knackered. Right, so the garden is cleared out. That was a mission. I've just walked about 3 miles, going back and forward, 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 moving it 100 meters, going back, getting the rest, and moving it again, a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. Anyway, we are here. Remember from a couple of years ago, this was my one of my original sites. In fact, it was the very first site I filmed. It's just here, in amongst all of this, and it gets a lovely amount of sunshine. So, if you remember, the bulldozer came and drove its way all the way down there, all the way down to the bottom. Took out my plant at the bottom, but I managed in this area here to grow a load. So what I'm going to do this year is I'm going to grow in there again, because every time I've grown here I've not had a problem. I say that now, I say that now, but we will see. So, plans for this year. So, I unfortunately really honestly fucked myself when I was a kid. And what it's turned into is a degenerative spinal disorder across 3 of my discs in my back. I've been having to see a chiropractor to try and sort it out, and yeah, it's an issue that I'm going to suffer with now for the rest of my life. So because of this, I have to be careful. So I have got this. This is a lovely little thing. So as you can see, and I showed it in the original video, well, it all snaps down into pieces. There's the handle down there. So I can walk around with this like a walking stick and just, pretend I'm using it as a walking stick. And then it comes with these, which are the blades. So different blades. So then the blades literally just screw into those holes, and the top screws into that. So what we will do is we will try to set this up in some fashion where I can try and show you this. So you can see this. The handle slots in. And I've got a little ratchet set. I actually found this set on a walk. I found the ratchet first, and then a little bit down the road I found the carry case with all the parts in it. So it's obviously from some biker, some push biker who was going about, and if I put these in the right way, no I haven't. So what's good about it as well is, this I guess you'll see in a second. Rather than requiring to have a spanner, it's actually got hex locks for the bolts, so they'll just sit in there like that. Take the little ratchet. Alright. Them in, so that's now secure. So I can tuck that handle into my belt, and then on my jacket I can just go over the top of it. And then in this pack I've got medium and small. This is after Amazon fucked me basically. They decided rather than to actually send me out the tool, they would just cancel my order and refund me. But they didn't actually bother to even tell me that they'd done it. So I was waiting and waiting and waiting. I was like, what the actual fuck is going on here? Had a look at the order, and yeah, they'd cancelled it for me. It was really kind of them. I really appreciate it when shit like that happens. So quite hard to do this yourself. So hopefully we'll be able to take the stones in the ground, but we'll find out in a minute, won't we? I've got this theory. Basically, when you're putting stuff together, like I don't know, building, let's say, IKEA furniture or shit like that, at some point you're going to encounter the Judas bolt or screw or whatever, and there'll be one screw that is just an absolute wanker to try and get in. Sorry, I can't really you can see what I'm doing there. I mean, technically I don't need to do this, but just for the sake of guerrilla growing, and you can take the pots to pieces, it just makes things a little bit more stealthy. You don't look like you're carrying tools out into the wilderness and whatever. So I wonder which one of these will be the Judas bolt that's gonna be the absolute prick to get in. Maybe this one. Maybe this one. I got no idea how much this little thing cost, but I found it, so it was free. Where are you even screwing in? I think we might have found the Judas bolt. And it just wants to be a wanker. Oh, come on, you fucker. If we put this one in first. Okay, now you're fucking cross-threading. This is Judas bolt. That's fucking hurting my back. Oh, you piece of shit. Well, I definitely found the fucking Judas bolt, didn't we? Just, like, just fucking work. Just do what you're meant to do. For fuck's sake. It's not that hard. Your one purpose is to screw into a fucking hole. You can't even do that. So, the idea and the concept of this. So what we're going to do is we are going to tap a hole. We're going to tap a hole into the ground, and the diameter of this is larger than the diameter of those pots. And I'm going to tap it down to much deeper than the pot. So we'll tap it down to about, and it's about 10-ish. So I'm going to go about halfway, about 30, and then that will loosen all the soil down quite deep. So then I'll push the soil back in, and then the pot will sit level to the ground with the below being loosened ground. And that way, once the pot is in the ground, the roots as they come out of the pot should be in a position then where they can easily grow into the ground. And then as the roots get stronger, they'll be able to push through into the dirt. So what we will do is come out here. So we're just going to knock this shit down really to the area where we're going to grow. And then we can kind of cut it all back, so then the plants have some space. Cut this area like this, and then we will tap the ground. I don't know. Let me see if I can film it at the same time. If we can do this. So I don't have any of the plants with me today, but basically once this is done, me the fuck alone. Why do you have to constantly catch on me in some fucking way to just piss me off? You have one purpose. You're a coat. Just be a fucking coat, not a hindrance. Anyway, get the general concept of what we're doing here, I'm sure. So we're going to carry on. We're going to dig some holes, and then we're going to come back in a minute, and I'll show you. So in a bit. Okay, I am absolutely dripping with sweat. It's probably about, I don't know, 9 o'clock, maybe 9:15. I'm glad I have ice and some lemonade for when I get back home. Have a wash. My hands aren't that bad, but wearing gloves. So there's 12 holes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Right. So in the next part of the plan, actually what I might do is I might roll up a cigarette, because I don't have any weed. So I love it when I run out of the weed. Better me go farm the land. Anyway, yeah, I guess I can talk while I roll cigarette. So what I'm going to do next is, because I reclaimed all of the fencing aside from a couple of bits, and if I really need them I can go and dig them out, I guess, but it's more of a mission than not. And then I'm going to use the posts, because I reclaimed the posts as well, and create a fence around this area, and I'm going to make it quite strong, so that when all this overgrowth falls down come the autumn, it'll just fall over the top of the fence rather than over the top of the plants. And then what I can come and do is just go round and trim around the edge and just trim it all back so it won't crush all the plants. And I know it looks a bit of a mess at the moment, but I'm going to come back with shears when I do the fencing. I'll tidy it all up, but ultimately the more I disturb an area by walking through it, the more I leave a path, the greater the visibility of the path, fucking hell, it's a fast bike. Yeah, the greater the visibility of the path, the more chance that someone will stumble across the path and thus find my plants. So obviously we don't want that to happen. I found a few holes in here that were from last season, and I found some of the old wire cages. I also found like a fucking bike handle as well. That's part of one of the cages. But I have to tell you, fucking hell, I wish I had known about this tool. This thing is an absolute beast for digging. It is a machine. So basically, if you can see these big bastard chunks of flint, big old chunk of flint, this, you just ripped it out of the ground. It's absolutely caned it. And there's big chunks. I mean, like, okay, look at this. It's absolutely smashed it. Just ripped it out of the ground. And there was a couple of bits where it gets like wedged into the sides. Look, I can just shredded it. That's gone now. Just literally rips it out of the ground. So if you were using a spade or a shovel, you'd be having to pry it, and you'd be hurting the fuck out of your back. But this thing just shreds through it. And if you've got ground which doesn't have big chunks of flint in it like this, and instead you've got ground which is like maybe slightly pebbly, this thing will just shred it. It'll just go through like butter. Those boron steel blades have just made this so easy. If I hadn't have done fucking like 3-mile carry, and was just doing this today, I could just go and just have this whole area with holes in it. And this thing goes up to a diameter of 20 centimeters. So that one in there at the moment, that's 15 centimeters, so that's a medium size. They've got the smaller blades. So what you could do, if you've got really tough ground, is you could use the small blades, then work to the medium, then to the large, but obviously you'd have to buy them all separately, unless, well, you get whatever size it is that you buy that tool in, so you can buy it in small, medium or large, and then buy the corresponding sizes. They don't all come together, they're individual. So I might get the 20 centimeter blades, but this tool here, I got it for I think $65.99, but it sells $89.99 or something like that, and the blades range from, I think it's $15.99 to $20.99 or something like that. So 15, that's not, it's 10, 15, 20, around that price for the sets of blades. But obviously you buy one tool with whatever blade set and then the other corresponding blades. I got this from off the internet from a company called tooledup.co.uk or something like that, and it took a fucking mission for them to deliver it. Like, I swear they were delivering it by fucking seagull like everything else. So it wasn't next day delivery for shit. It took about 3 weeks to arrive, but it was a sick tool, and yeah, that was easy in comparison to using shovel. And then if I wanted to, or if you got something similar to this, you could then take a shovel to that hole, and then you could expand the hole out and then tap it down, expand the hole out, tap it down, expand the hole out. Yeah, it's been good. My back is feeling all right, but I've done a lot of heavy lifting, so I'm going to have to go back and ice pack my back and lie down, or have a shower and then lie down. But yeah, it's all gone all right. It's all gone well. I was kind of thinking the blades might get a bit fucked up and like start to get loose, but they haven't got loose, and the handle's not loose. Teeth are. I can pull it out and show you. So the teeth on it, or the sharp bit, is barely even dented, even working through all of those, all of that flint, and like that's how much rub off there is of the coating. So that's pretty fucking strong. But yeah. So what we'll do is we'll do the fencing next, and then we'll come and tap these holes a little bit bigger. They're about 15 centimeters deep at the moment, about that. So I'll tap them a bit deeper, do the fencing, and then when I come and plant out, because the soil is kind of just all on the ground now, I thought I could save it, but to be honest with you, it's quite rocky and full of shit. So I think I'll bring some manure, and then I'll pack the plants in the bags with the manure, and then they'll be set to go. And then all of this will just grow up around it again, and yeah, we can just rinse and repeat, as long as fucking bulldozer doesn't come and drive through this bit. But who knows what's going to happen? Who knows what tomorrow will bring? What will tomorrow bring? But yeah, anyway, I'm gonna disassemble and then make my way back. I've got all the shit in the car. I have to sort all that shit out. But anyway, it's UK Fuel Ninja. Until next time, see you all later.